I, Robot. I, Robot. We know about robots, and I think we love robots. I mean, this current climate. And since we love robots, or fear them, we have made lots and lots of movies about robots. Some are good, and others are bad. Then comes the forgettable ones. And that's where iRobot comes to play. An iconic 2004 Will Smith movie. Shit. 2004? Before I was even born? Michael, I think you're mistaken, because I don't remember of this movie, so-called the iconic Will Smith robot movie. I think you're wrong.
Toaster, my vacuum cleaner appearing emotional.
I did not him!
Oh, that movie! Exactly. To be fair, you wouldn't remember it, because this movie came out at a time when Will Smith was at his peak of Hollywood. Star list? Gods? Wait, what am I even writing? Movies like Ali, Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2, and Shark Tale. You mean Finding Nemo? No. Shark Tale, DreamWorks' greatest masterpiece.
But don't worry about it.
DreamWorks' greatest masterpiece. Shrek who? Anyways, the movie iRobot is set in the near future of 2035. Wait. 2035? Really? Shit. We are a lot more closer to 2035 than 2004, which this is the year the movie was released. Yo, where are my robot slaves? Now, the MC of this film is our guy Will Smith. I mean, the character of this film is Dale Spooner. You're telling me this nigga's surname is Spooner? Spooner, I said. Excuse me. Detective Dale Spooner, really, of all names, Spooner, of all the surnames, bro must have had a rough primary, cause these. Anyways, the movie begins with an interesting introduction. You know, it's quite different. The movie gives us the 3 laws, or you can say the 3 commandments for robot, which they practically go like this.
A robot may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given to it by a human being, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first and second law.
These rules are perfect. Definitely there is no loophole that the robots will find a way to bypass. Right, guys? There is no way. There is no way, right? Anyways, the movie goes on to not have an obviously placed Converse ad. Like they were not slick with it.
4650. Spoon. Thank you, Mr. Spooner.
Nice shoes.
One of the things that you will have to know about our MC, Dale Spooner, Will, is that he's a detective, he's black, and he hates robots to a racist degree. And of course, we can't forget that he has a loving grandma. Now, viewer, I am sure you're asking yourself, but Michael, isn't he in a world filled with robots? Why does the man hate them so much? Did the robots kill the man's family? Or is it something like robots replacing all humanity and taking all their jobs? Well, viewer, you brought up a great hypothesis, but at the same time, the movie has not hinted of any such things, because the robots have not broken the 3 perfect laws. In fact, our MC looks like a crazy hippie. I mean, who in the hell eats a pie like this?
Oh my god! What is that?
Anyways, Dale Spooner sees a robot running with a bag, and for some freaking reasons, the dang brother thinks it stole it.
You are an asshole.
Ma'am, is that your purse?
Of course it's my purse. I left my inhaler at home. He was running it out to me.
I saw a robot running with the purse, and naturally, I assumed...
What? Are you crazy?
To be honest, I know that our MC at the end of all this movie, he will be right. But right now, He deserves the bullying that he's getting right now, because there is no reason for this nigga to assume that the robot stole the bag, unless this is an allegory for racial profiling. Hey man, I wouldn't know, because I'm in South Africa, so like there are more black. Anyways, our detective was called to a crime scene where he will have to investigate the death of a great scientist named Doc Alfred. Lanning? We'll just call him Doc Alfred. Doc Alfred. Now, at the specific part of this movie, the film tries to be a mystery detective type of a movie with Will Smith, but it fails to be. What do I mean? I will show you. Within the crime scene, there seems to be evidence of suicide, but Dr. Alfred had left a message to our MC, giving our guy some sort of clue that would lead him to the killer. This is where the film wants us to believe there are two suspects. Who killed Doc Alfred? Who is suspect number one? What's his name? Well, he's Lawrence Robinson, the owner and the founder of the company that Dr. Alfred was working for. Practically, Dr. Alfred was the man innovating and building everything for the man, practically making him profits. Now, why would Lawrence kill off the Alfred doctor?
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Well then, possible theories could suggest it. Maybe they had a disagreement.
Here comes the money.
Maybe bro wanted to work for another company. But nothing in this movie proves
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
such a case. Suspect number 2 is a robot, and he calls himself Sonny. Well then, what is Sonny's case? Well, first of all, Sonny the robot was found in the crime scene where he was hiding for some reason. And not only when they found the nigger, he decided to disobey the order of Dr. Susan, which, by the way, remember with the laws and whatever of the 3 laws, we're not meant to disobey freaking humans. And dude did that, and he ran away. Well, with such evidence piling up right now with both suspects, I ain't gonna lie, Lawrence is really looking more shadier than Sonny.
What are you saying, man? What are you saying? What is he saying?
By the way, Dr. Susan is the one who's assisting our MC to solve this case. What is her relationship with the doctor? I don't know. She really doesn't serve anything besides probably a love interest. Right after the whole chase down and looking for Sonny, when they caught him, our guy Will, or should I say Dale Spooner, asks his boss, the chief, that he could question a robot. Now, of course, that makes no sense. Why in the hell will they question a robot? Could they not, since it's a robot, just analyze and plug it in and scan? You know, when I mean scan, I'm meaning going through its search history of memory. You know, search history, not search history, but it's memory based. Memory card. It's a freaking computer, and they don't do that.
Dr. Lanning killed himself. I don't know why he wanted to die. I thought he was happy. Maybe it was something I did.
Wow, so philosophical. But why don't you guys jack in and look through its memory database and see who killed Doc, or he killed himself, to see that could be solved? Couldn't it? But Michael, it technically kind of makes sense, you know. By the law, they will need access from the company that owns this freaking robot, you know, USR. So they have to work with the company to do so. Funny enough, you're kinda right. Lawrence, the CEO brethren, came into the police station, took the robot and threatened them to keep this confidential or they'll be sued. Yeah, bro practically did that for like the summarization. Bro doesn't look good. At this point, I might even think Lawrence commanded Sonny to do so, to kill the dog. But Sonny says that's his dad, and it seems like bro has human conscience. Is he a cyborg? Now, since of course Sonny is taken by the USR company, our MC's lead has been stolen, so of course he's down in a dumpster. And bro comes up with a great idea, since he was drinking, and we all know beer gives you the energy and the geniusness that you need. he decides to go to the old dog's house. Now, of course, after bro nearly dying, he goes to Dr. Susan to explain the whole situation. And now this doctor, this lady, doesn't believe bro at all. In terms of writing, I can understand why this woman is like this. She's the logical type. It makes sense. Her characteristic is basically she lacks any emotional attachment, but she has a really deep understanding of robots. So it's kind of showing or implying that she has more attachments to robots than humans. And our guy Dale Spooner is supposed to be like maybe a love interest or whatever, who opens her up to what truly is human emotion. Now, of course, let's get back to the whole mystery of how the doctor died in this movie. Well, our MC, what he discovered and what he was trying to explain to this lady Suzanne, who was quite emotional about him saying the robots are quite corrupted, because the doctor was seemingly scared and afraid, and it seemed like he was trapped. How was he trapped? Well then, meet Vicky, an AI system that is built from the ground up that controls the entire system or inner works of the business, from the cameras to the financial control records to even the robots themselves. Now, of course, when our MC Dale Spooner figured the case out on who in the hell was Alfred afraid of, this happens.
Please return to your home. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect.
Curfew? No. It's called civilian rights. There is no curfew.
Return to your home immediately.
Not gonna lie, the CGI is a bit dated, but them robot faces are terrifying. Whoever thought of designing the face of the human there? I hate it. I wanna punch them. It's of course of the movie, but I'm just saying, I wanna punch the face. Like, look at it. But random yap sesh here, guys. But let's keep it a stack. These Spider-Man built robots that have super strength and that are flexible, that could even dodge bullet, I'm assuming. Yeah, if we built such a robot and they came against us, we are cooked. These are not the Terminators where they have stiff movements and they happen to have guns. These are robots that are flexible, that can, bro, they don't even need guns to be scary and terrifying. These beings just need to boop up you and you're cooked. So I say this to Elon Musk, please don't make these robots. You're still gonna make them? Okay. And of course, when our MC discovered that Vicky is the killer and she's evil, it was too late. The robot uprising had begun.
But Michael, I remember very well you saying there are 3 perfect laws, and you even showed us in the beginning of this video. How in the hell did Vicky bypass those 3 perfect laws?
The only way to protect humans from harming themselves is to limit their freedom, even if it means killing a few humans. What in the name that is wholly creative is that? Nothing is, bro. I would have thought they would do the most creative ways to bypass the 3 laws, but this is stupid. Now, one of the things that I would have expected them to do by technicalities is use one of the robots to hold the human in place, and then use the other robot to take the gun and point it to the human, and then the other robot holds the human's hand and makes him pull the trigger. By technical terms, they would have not killed the human and they would have not bypassed the rules. That would be a loophole of creativity. But in this movie, what they do is straight up just do this.
Return to your homes immediately. This is your final warning. Return to your homes immediately.
Vienna's
I even asked ChatGPT to find me more creative ways that Vicky could have used to not directly harm humans, because she's literally breaking the 3 laws. And look, ChatGPT did it, bruh. I kind of find it funny that to all the people who did not even believe on our MC when the robot invasion started happening, they were just, oh, okay, it's action time. Like, for example, the chief just pulled up a shotgun and started blowing these beats out of nowhere. And he just went with it. Before I even tell you guys on how does this movie even end, let me tell you on how did Will Smith started hating or become racist to robots.
And as Ford was passing by, saw the accident and jumped in the water.
You are in danger. You are in danger.
Save her! Save the girl! Save her!
Yes, this man hates robots because by sheer coincidence there was a robot that was walking by and saw the humans drowning. So of course, following the 3 laws, the freaking robot risked its life, and obviously since it's a robot and it has no soul, it calculated the options of who will survive, the drowning situation. So it picked our guy Will. To be honest, I could understand why our MC will have a character complex on feeling bad on why was he saved as an old man instead of saving the child. But in all honesty, hating an entire mechanic robot innovation just because of that coincidence, the robot didn't even need to save you. We need to understand that the robot didn't even need to save broski, but it did, because it would have breached its own safety, like in the 3rd law as it states. Again, stupid logic for bro hating on robots. You would have thought he will hate robots because one of them killed his family or it didn't even save his family, but I can understand him hating himself for surviving the accident instead of the kid. That's totally understandable. Hating yourself for a certain period and growing and understanding, and I get that. But hating robots because a computer saved you instead of the child because it doesn't have a heart. Of course it doesn't have a heart. That thing is a machine. By the way, before I even forget to mention this, Will Smith has a robot hand. Our MC has a robot hand. Does it make sense? Why does it have a robot hand? No, it doesn't. Because the accident, what they've shown us for his accident, bro just fell in with the car and he looked quite fine. There was no bleeding. He looked like he was going to drown, but there was no bleeding. So where did the robot hand come from? Who knows? Does it play any integral role for his character, for developing and understanding or letting robots exist and understand why they exist and what are the importance of robots existing in this society? No, it's just cool because he can fight robots with a robot arm. Within the last minutes of the movie, how they destroy Vicky? Well, with a virus. Simply put it, Will Smith does a cool swing down with his robot hand and destroys Vicky. Would have been more cool actually if Sonny destroyed Vicky the robot, because he's shown throughout the movie to be the chosen one, but he doesn't really play a huge role. He just plays as a commentary to the viewers or to the audience that at some point machine will become human and what is to be human, and all that crazy boom stuff.
Alfred was Vicky's prisoner. I don't understand why she would kill him. The last thing she would want is the police snooping around.
That's true. But then Vicky didn't kill the old man. Did she, Sonny?
No.
Then he told you to kill him.
He said it was what I was made for.
His suicide was the only message he could send to you.
Yes. At the end of this whole mystery movie, which is not really a mystery, it's an action-packed movie. At the end of all this, Dr. Alfred himself, the genius, yeah, he nigga killed himself. Yeah, he did. Not really, like, Sonny did do the killing. Yes, Sonny did the killing. So all this time, yes, it was Sonny. Sonny was the killer. Not even Vicky did it, despite her probably killing thousands of lives outside there, So what was the point of him having that emotional outburst? We'll never know. We'll just chop it up to him just simply keeping up his promise, which makes it valid for Will at the beginning when he said he was just simulating emotions, despite that scene was supposed to show us that he does have emotions despite him being a robber. And Alfred's whole strategy to all this is so stupid. Bro didn't even really need to kill himself to do such a thing. If he had a smart, powerful robot like Sonny, dude could have literally done. All in all, this movie is stupid, and these two niggas dap up and smile and say, "You killed Alfred. I understand you now more, Sonny." That's what literally. All in all, I could understand why the fans of the original novel, which I will not read and I'll probably read on my own time, hated this movie. As a person who watched this movie blind, it makes no stupid sense. From the reasons of why our MC hates robots and to how Vicky herself, the robot, so-called genius robot, bypasses the 3 perfect laws, which are not really perfect. Despite that, the movie is actually quite fun. It's entertaining. Again, I don't want to be one of those guys in the channel who's rambling the same thing again at the end of his videos. It's one of those switch off your mind movies, you know? Just enjoy the lights and action and explosion that is happening. Just ignore the terrible CG for that time. I mean, it's 2004, you know, the year before I was even born type of thing. All in all, I give this movie a 6.7 out of 10 on the entertainment scale.